X-Men 97 issue 2. Let's talk about it using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. If I give this a 5 or 6, that's a pass. 7 or 8 is really good, and 8 or 9 or 10 is obviously amazing. I'm comparing this to the other X-Men issues that are out right now and just X-Men in general. I'm not comparing this against, giant size X-Men. So no, I'm not comparing it to classic X-Men stuff. This is kind of coinciding with the cartoon, so that's a factor as well. This has a little bit of the story of the cartoon. Let's talk about the story. I'm going to give the storyline a 1. So if I give it a 0, it's bad. If I give it a 1, it's good. If I give it a 2, it's amazing. So I'm going to say it's a 1. Look, Sinister's involved. We've seen this in the animated show. And he's impregnated Jean, he's impregnated her. He's set it up, he's manipulated it so that she gives birth to Cable. We have Storm and Wolverine going off. Wolverine's upset because Jean's pregnant. We know where this is going to play out. So you do have Sabretooth, and you have some other characters, some other villains show up for a fight. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, look, the story's fine. It's X-Men, it's classic stuff that we know. There's nothing that's crazy where you're like, whoa, my God. I'm enjoying it. I'll get to the enjoyment factor. I'm continue getting this because I'm an X-Men fan, and I like this 97 kind of style. The pacing is a 1.5. I like the pacing in this one. This one was better paced than the last one. The last one was a bit of a thicker issue. There's more fighting here, which is good. That's all I've got to say. Like, it went by pretty fast. Every couple pages a new villain shows up, and then they fight that villain for a page or two. And a little bit of character moments in here. I'll get to the characters. Some character moments, and then gets right back into fighting again, back to Cyclops and Jean. I would have liked to have there been like this. I don't think this was realized. I do like this cover. I'll get to the art in a second. Well, I'll get to the art now. I'll give the art a 1.5 out of 2. I really like this cover a lot because I like when you're like, oh, this is going to happen in the comic. But it actually doesn't happen in the comic, or at least not in that way. Wolverine is not in his costume when he's fighting Sabretooth. So I don't like that. See, the art, I'm still giving it a 1.5. Look, it's very clean and pretty and bright. This is what you want. I like this kind of bold look for the X-Men. Like, boom, there, like, look, here's Sabretooth. Boom, there he is. It's Sabretooth. It's like the cartoon come to life. It's the cartoon in your hand. So I really like that. But, they pulled a couple of fast ones. Like, this doesn't happen. And that kind of, maybe that's a story element, not an art element, but you could have drawn Wolverine in his civilian outfit then if you weren't going to have this actually happen. So it's a minor gripe, but it's a gripe. I was going to buy this anyways, but I could just think if you're a kid or I don't know what this cartoon is supposed to be for kids or what. I'm enjoying the cartoon. I'm going to watch the next episode after this and I'll review it. But I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be badass. And then he's not in his costume. So that irked me a little bit, but still really like the art. While I'm on the subject of art, I want to show you my shirt from beardedshirts.com. This is my favorite one. I know I show it all the time, but I love this shirt. It's awesome. Superboy. Beardedshirts.com has tons of sales on. They're my channel sponsor. If you become a member, we put you into a draw every month to win something from Bearded Shirts, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, great pricing, great. They always have sales on. The shipping to Canada is amazing. So check them out. I just got a bunch of new shirts I'm going to start showing you guys as well. Lots of different ones. There's we've got like an Alex Ross Thor. They've got a bunch of they've added a bunch of X-Men shirts, so tons of X-Men shirts, like basically all those famous covers that you love. Basically starting from like giant size X-Men and on, it's like all those covers are shirts and they're all the print all over. So check those out. Okay. For the characters, well, I'm going to give the characters a 1.5 because I love the characters. They're great. These other villains, Sinister's okay. I feel like the villains weren't doing a heck of a lot, but the other characters were cool. I like Scott and Jean. Obviously, Scott's my favorite. I also like Wolverine a lot. I like Rogue too. So everyone's cool. The characters are awesome. I mean, the characters are the things that you're picking this up for pretty much. The X-Men have some of the greatest characters. So there you go. Yeah, the villains are just where they weren't doing it for me. So I had to give it a 1.5. Couldn't give it a full score of 2. So for my enjoyment factor, I'm actually going to go ahead and give this a 2 anyway, because I'm still kind of excited about it. I'm a little bit of a sucker As you could tell, I'm a bit of a sucker for this kind of X-Men. Not even just this era, but because for me, this isn't even my best team. Like, I definitely would want Dazzler and Nightcrawler and Colossus on here somehow. Um, I know Bishop is a cool character. He doesn't, for me, he doesn't need to be in the on the card. Well, he's out of the cartoon now, but how could you not have Nightcrawler? Like, that seems crazy to me. Like, you need to have him. Anyways, but yeah, overall, I still kind of like this. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's pretty fair for this comic. They just need to just maybe heighten the action a little bit more and give each issue a little bit more stakes. Like, it's just like, I feel like the cartoon is doing a better job than the comic. However, I still really like the comic, so check it out. Let me know your thoughts on the cartoon or comic. I'm going to be reviewing the next episode as soon as I can. I've got a lot of other comics to read too, but that's it for this one. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. That's it. Until next time.